EA Sports, and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the northeastern coast of the U.S. and Lighthouse Point, live final round coverage of the main classic. 18 holes, that's all we get to try and find a champion. It's a daunting task, but someone's going to shoot the low round of the day and walk off with a title as we look at the early leaderboard. The leader is Matt Kuchar. He's off to a good start at 6 under. Meanwhile, our featured golfer looking to cobble together a solid round here on this fine Sunday. I'll tell you what, that swing absolutely perfect and a good result as well. He needs to be mindful of the breeze here as he sets for his second.
Good shot again there. Well thought out. Landing the ball short, letting the ball run onto the green. And inside, I'd call that a birdie putt. So that's birdie range.
That's going to scoot a foot or two by. Okay, that's in for par here at the first. And he'll stay at even par. Now at the second here at Lighthouse Point, Frank, this is some tough par 3.
If you want to try and really break the hole down and be a purist here, Rich, you'd like to hit a little cut into this green, something that moves away from the water and the cliff back towards that bunker. That would be the perfect shot to hit. But it's such a difficult par 3. Anything on the green would be good here.
You know, in this game, you don't just hit the shot. You have to see the shot, and that's a really good example right there. Excellent. Yeah, well done. It's a birdie here at the second, and he will definitely not say no to that. Frank, I like the mix of holes as we start out here at Lighthouse Point. Tough par 4, then a par 3, and now a scoring opportunity with a par 5 at the third.
Scoring opportunity with a good drive. Very thin fairway here, Rich. This hole is built for accuracy, and players off the tee, they're going to have to try and hit this fairway. Long fairway bunker runs almost the entire length of this hole, and it could act actually as a little helper, stop you going down by the cliff, because anything left, obviously, on that cliff line will go all the way down to the ocean.
Well, he obviously had enough to get it to the green with just a little bit left of target, though.
Yeah, lie's not too bad, so if he can show a little bit of maestro work around the green, you never know, something special.
Four feet now for birdie. Nicely done. Things looking good early. That's birdies at 2 and 3. Will certainly help the cause. Fourth hole, and looking for a quality start. It's 411 yards and a par 4.
No fairway bunkers or bunkers really to contend with here. Cliffs to the left and also water on that side. But one of the wider fairways on this front side made up for by a very small green.
Okay, that's going to be safely in the fairway, and that's where you need to play from if you're going to make a final round surge. This could be a good one.
Things are really starting to heat up, and that is just another great iron shot and another opportunity.
Yeah, that's a well-played hole. It's a birdie here at 4. And he will definitely not say no to that. Now the 5th hole, par 4, 481 yards.
Find the fairway, and it's a fairly generous one. You should have a shot where you want a nice lofted one over that front bunker to land softly on the green.
Everything flowing really well right now. Coming off 3 birdies in a row. Here's another solid tee shot as well. That's got to be disappointing. Good line in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. Yeah, that's going to be just okay. Might have been a little worried about not getting it out, and instead this is going to leave a tough putt coming up. Oh, that'll bring a wry smile. A very good putt there to save his par. And he'll stay at -3. Now at the 6th hole, it's a par 3, just under 200 yards. Where's the challenge here, Frank?
Well, you've got to love that bunker on the left side, Rich, especially because it's shaped like a letter L. Got to fly that. Green's not too deep, so really the challenge is trying to flight that ball in amongst the breeze should it kick up.
Drops another birdie and moves to 4 under on the day. Now to the 7th hole here at Lighthouse Point. Frank, we all love the shorter par 4s.
So many decisions to be made here at 7. If you look at the scorecard, it's not very long, but when you start to flash your driver down that right side, you'll notice that fairway gets very narrow. So the decision is really that's the prudent play or not. From there, it's just a short iron in, and you should be looking at birdie.
That's a good strike right there, and this is going to split the middle. A little over 80 yards here as he gets set for his second.
That's a bit of a head turner, really. That was a green light situation from that distance, and far from the best shot I've seen today.
That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7, and he'll remain at 4 under. Now another par 3. We're at the 8th. Frank, it's only 165 yards.
It is, but when you look at the green, you can see how narrow it is. Actually, the green is nearly a figure 8, so it's obviously the right number hole. Bunker's sort of short leftish and that little pocket area on the right, so it'll punish anything left or right, even though the hole's just that meager yardage.
All right, you don't have to catch it on the middle of the face every time. That's on the middle of the dance floor, and a birdie putt coming up. Yeah, that's a nice putt. Getting it there up the hill was half the battle. This got there. just a little wide of the mark. Okay, good roll there. It is a par here at the 8th, and he'll remain right where he is. Now to the par 5 9th. Frank, what are we looking at here?
Well, for the longer hitters, it's actually a chance to reach par 5 and 2. 300 yards is where that fairway starts to bend more to the left. So if you do the maths, it's going to give you roughly 250 yards to the middle sort of front left of that green. That's the easy way to play the hole. Make a mistake off the tee and you might find out this is a more difficult three-shotter than what you were anticipating.
He just keeps motoring right along. Another good tee shot right there. Oh dear, that looks thick in there.
Well, the second shot wasn't on target, but the third was a thing of beauty, especially out of the heavy rough. Now a good look at birdie.
Yep, that's nicely done. It's a birdie here at the 9th. And that is going to go in the books as a 30 on the front side, 5 under par. Frank, you think about the great designers, Pete Dye, Alistair McKenzie, and Christian Brand is certainly in that conversation. They like to play mind games with you, and you're playing with people's heads when you look at that number on the card versus the 10th hole.
Yeah, 10th hole, which is par 4, plays a lot longer than 11, but it's a very clever hole. It's called what we call a tweener. It's in between a 4 and a 5. So if you walk away with here with 5, you feel like you've lost something. Walk away with 4, you feel like you've gained something. So the great par 5s are often reachable. 11, that's one of them.
And this one's only 530 yards as a par 5, and remember 10 was a par 4 at 592. We turn to Nota Begay III for this look at birdie.
Well, and he's had great conversion on putts like this. Even when he's not close to the hole, he's left himself with very makeable opportunities.
Now we go to the 11th hole, and this is a par 5, but it's actually shorter than the par 4 10. This one comes in at 530 yards, and more evidence of the kind of creativity by the award-winning design team of Patel and Duncan.
Well, that's right. Patel really is known to be the shaper. He's the one that makes all those interesting shapes of the bunkers. For example, here, nipping it in the fairway, making driver almost too much club or very, very risky, plus the front bunker there. Now, this is a great par 5. The reason why, it's reachable, it's tempting, but you don't know what you're going to finish up shooting on it.
Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. That worked out really well, landing just short, gets that little bump onto the green, and now maybe a huge bump on the scorecard, Frank, if this putt goes down for eagle.
Well worked out second shot, Rich. You could not fly that ball on the green and expect it to finish up in that front third.
Back here now at the 12th hole, par 4, 439 yards, Frank, to the center of this green off the black tees.
And if the breeze blows left to right, this hole plays very hard. One of the reasons why, just through the fairways littered with bunkers. So not only do you have to pick the right line, but somehow you've got to get that ball the right distance as that hole bends completely to the left. Rather interesting shaped green here at 12.
This is a stiff test, no doubt. All right, so just a step or two into that first cut. Here's his second to the par 4.
And an awkward little bunker shot. Just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
Boy, that was on an aggressive line. Couldn't quite get it to stop, and that will be left for par. No missteps there. It is a par here at 12. And this is going to stay a two-shot lead. Well, well, well. What do we have here, partner? The par 5 13th, or is it a par 8? I can't tell.
It looks like a misprint, Rich. 702 yards, and not only that, too, they put the two fairway bunkers. So 13 and 10. This is where they meet up again at the end of a long, long walk.
Oh, that was a beautiful golf swing right there. Everything working in harmony and a great result in the fairway. Has to be thrilled with that second shot here to the par 5. Frank got everything out of that.
Yeah, did well just to advance the ball so far down the fairway. And now a fairly straightforward third shot.
Chance now for another birdie. Oh, the pace perfect on that one. It's in for birdie. And stop the presses if you've heard this before. He's well on his way to yet another victory on the year. Boy, all the elements of his game have been in sync today. A terrific shot right there.
It's all about getting it inside that 3-foot circle around the hole. That was a really nice shot.
Rich Lerner back at Lighthouse Point with Frank Nobilo. We're at the 15th hole. Frank, a relatively short par 4, 387 yards.
Yeah, finally we get one under 400 yards. A little bit of trouble off the tee to be avoided. Bunker left and that little pot bunker on the right. But missed those. And really, this is a very much a scoring opportunity.
Off the tee.
Ball's back in the fairway. I guess it's better to be lucky than good.
So after the fortunate kick, his second to the par 4. And that'll do just fine. This now 7 feet for his birdie. Ah, yes, never in doubt. It's a birdie here at 15. And after missing the cut in last week's event, what a turnaround as he tries to finish off a victory here. Final par 3 on the backside. It's the 16th, 241 yards. Time to make a move as we are in the finishing stretch here.
When you give the scorecard a cursory look, you might think 240-something yards is a difficult hole, but this plays quite a bit downhill, so it plays more around the 200-yard mark. A fairly generous green, protected by the bunker.
All right, you take those all day long. On the green, chance for birdie coming up. We welcome in Iona Stephen. This, a putt for birdie.
Fortunate part about this putt is it seems to be dead straight, but it's going to be difficult to hit this firmly enough to get it all the way up there, like putting through treacle.
The 17th hole is another par 5 over 600 yards. You get a terrific view of Juniata Crossway Bridge just ahead. And Frank, if you jump over that bridge, you can get a dynamite lobster roll at Nielsen's Lobster Shack. I don't know if you've ever had it.
Oh,
but
it's one of the best.
It just adds to sort of the charm of this area. But what a hole this is.
S-shaped par 5. You can see it bending to the right off the tee, and then the hole starts to go the other way with magnificent view of the bridge you're just referring to. Reachable for the longest hitters, but once again, avoid the bunkers, and they're all down the right side.
What a good shot that is. Home and 2 on the par 5. Remember, made eagle earlier in the round, Frank. Now maybe a chance for a second.
I know we can't call it a double eagle, but talk about aggression in these par 5s. Way to stand up there and just hit the shot.
Frank, it's been quite a journey to this point, but here we are, the 18th hole at Lighthouse Point.
It looks like a dogleg left, or it should play like a dogleg left. You might stand on that tee and think that you can take the direct line.
You can't get there from here, can you?
Good old Maine terminology there. So the goal really is to somehow find that fairway down the right. And of course, it all depends on how far you fly that tee shot on the line you take. From there on in, just a short iron and maybe a chance to get another birdie and finish with a smile on your face.
Ten-foot putt left. That's a good putt to save par here at 18. And that's all that was needed. It's a 59. Whoo, Frank. They were a freight train out here this week, running away with the title. It wasn't even a contest.
No, really, they're all playing for second, and we could see why, too. They just wouldn't put a foot wrong. It was a great performance.
Till next time, for our entire cast and crew, I'm Rich Lerner. This has been a presentation of EA Sports PGA Tour Golf. So long, everybody.
you